everyone. Welcome back. We're in a silly, goofy mood. Kind of
Wait,
cracked out.
let's talk about the caffeine hydrate before caffeine. Let's talk about that. Let's just get into it.
I'm doing that right now.
How?
I have a bunch of alarms set on my phone right now for things throughout the day to start, stop, don't do this now,
Oh, boy.
don't do it anymore.
Habits.
What's that?
Habits.
Yeah, so like I wake up at 5. That's not an alarm. My Whoop vibrates. At 6:30, I get an alarm, have some coffee now. Then at 11, don't have any more coffee or any caffeine. Then at 3, no more food. Then at 7, no more liquids. And then at 9, no more blue lights. Alarms all day just firing at me.
Interesting.
Wait, I have a few questions.
Yep.
Question number 1. 3 p.m. No more food. You're done with food for the day?
Well, now I'm reverse intermittent fasting.
Okay. You're doing on the
Eating
early
earlier.
side.
Yeah, and I'm eating a shit ton of food first.
Okay.
I'm going backwards.
How do you
know?
feel?
I mean, early days, but I feel good. But also mixed in with a
Okay.
lot of different foreign substances, which also make me feel good most of the time.
All right.
No, but yeah, it's
Great.
it's good. It's been good. Besides the fucking soreness I can't get rid of from Tony.
I think the reduction of caffeine is going to make you feel better.
I'm mostly it's the sleep is the thing I need the help with.
I think that's going to make you sleep better.
Yeah.
Like you drink an exorbitant amount of coffee.
Yeah.
I think
What's your sleep routine?
there's
look
no
like
way
right
it's
now?
not going to be better.
My sleep routine is I try to get to sleep by 10, and then usually my dog wakes me up at 3:30, and we go. Away we go.
Wow, so you're looking at 5 and less than 6.
Yeah.
What's the 3:30 is that's what she does? That's her program time.
Yeah. Well, it's a thing. But I don't know. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do about that. But I usually go back to sleep for a little bit after that.
Okay.
So.
And then 5, you're up. Up and
Yeah.
at 'em.
Usually. Yep.
I still struggle with popping up right away. Like my alarm's usually anywhere between 5 and 5:30. Like I have different ones depending like on nights like tonight, like when I get home a little bit later, I'll put the 5:30 alarm on instead of the 5, give myself an extra half hour. The dogs are either chirping like right then, but I get up, I let the dogs out, and then I usually go back upstairs like for a little while. But like what I dream about doing is like drinking that big tall glass of water, and then half hour to 45 minutes or however much longer is fucking do the coffee. It's hard. I like my faculties, like I'm not burning, you know what I mean?
You got to like set some alarms.
Like, yeah, but it's not even that. Like, there's like a whole process of like my body needs time. Like, I got to go to the bathroom. I got to, there's all kinds of things to where like, I don't know. Like,
Well, the only thing we're
I don't like
saying
to
is-
rush myself. That's a big part of it.
The only thing we're saying is don't drink coffee right away. Do all those other things still, but just don't drink coffee.
But don't you think going back upstairs, that rushes you a little bit?
The going back upstairs, I think, is the chief problem to everything.
Yeah, because then you're left with less time to
Yes.
actually relax.
That's exactly
Yes.
the thing. But we're talking about this is a lifelong struggle. Like
I struggle with that now too.
I've been an early riser my whole life. I wake up early, and as soon as I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. It could be fucking 5:15, and as soon as I get past that first like wave of like I'm up, I'm fucking the most annoying person at 5:15. We could talk about every single detail of life right then and there, but that initial window, it's hard to it's hard to get. I can't. I've not been successful. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. I mean, try something else
What do I try?
to not go back to sleep.
Yeah, but how?
I mean, just
You
use some
need an
willpower.
accountability buddy. You got to text us and be like, I'm up.
You know what I did the other day, which I was thinking about maybe like doing as like a social media thing. Like I made myself a coffee and I put on I put my Sonos on in my kitchen because I have a Sonos like right there, and I threw some music on and I made like a little video. I have my music on, and I was
Was
doing
that your Spanish
that was
music?
my Spanish music, yeah.
Wepa.
And like I had it was a good vibe, you know what I mean? I thought like maybe I should just get into the habit of immediately turning the music on every morning.
Yeah. You got to do
Yeah, I mean,
like
document
Jocko
it.
does, you know, post a picture of your watch or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Just let everyone know that you're better than everybody. That's what gets me out of that. Honestly, I don't care how messed up that is. That does get me out of bed.
You think that's it? Like, like fucking, like,
There's part of my brain that's like the amount of people that are still sleeping right now
yep.
is insane. Gen Pop, losers.
Wait,
Gen
are you
Pop.
saying that like the inspirational morning posts like make you think that they're better than you? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you just said?
No, I'm using it as a motivational thing, like
No,
to
she's
get
saying
me out of
she's
bed in
better.
the morning. Like when I get up, I'm like, oh my God, I am the 1%.
All right.
Megan's a fucking
Yeah.
savage who like hides behind like
No, my
mood
brain,
board Meg.
like I'll post on Instagram, like the grass is always greener where you water it. And I mean that as well. I literally just posted that on Instagram, but I also mean like, don't be a baby, get up. And I'm very much guilty of being a baby.
No, Megan's a sleeper savage. She's trying. She's playing
I'm
the game
trying.
of like
I
I'll
only
make
have 2
you know
settings.
I'll make a charcuterie board and I'll fucking knit you a sweater, but she'll also fucking pull your heart out.
Well, I mean, as much as like that is a thing where people like, I don't need to see every moment of everybody's day and all of those things, and then there are some people who probably be like, oh, they're just posting it because you think you're better. You don't know what it's like. You don't
Using
have
it as an
25 kids.
accountability mechanism, I think, is good.
I think
Well-
it's amazing.
Well, but also too, it's like
I've never done that.
I know that like from people that message me that it is inspirational
Sure.
sometimes when you post those things, and especially if you
Yeah.
can do it consistency. So it's like you're creating the accountability for yourself for that, but you're also creating the accountability when you don't do it. People will message me and be like, yo, you're all right. Is everything okay? Haven't heard from you in a little while, which is
Little
cool.
positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
So, am I starting a content series, bachata and lattes? 5
Or
a.m.
jazz.
21 days of bachata.
I purchased a paper habit tracker. It's right in this desk that I fill out every morning where I check off if I did a habit. That's a new thing I'm working on.
Interesting.
This is the episode people are like, fuck these people. They're fucking nerds. I hate them.
And that's fine, but I feel motivated already.
Yeah, I feel like,
8
okay,
minutes in.
one day we will rule you all and fucking you'll be fucking slaves
Yeah, maybe.
in the basement,
Tomorrow I'll
in the
be
basement
up
of my
being
castle.
a janitor at
Sure.
6 a.m.
Can we see a card? Like what's on the card? Like a blank one. You have to show us one you did.
What card?
Hold it up
What,
to
my
the screen.
habit thing? I'll show you what it looks
What
like.
she was just talking about.
Hold on. This?
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, so
Can't
I
see
only
shit,
started
but-
it the other day, so there's some blank spaces.
All
If
right.
you're wondering what some of my habits are: movement, 90 ounces of water, pre 6:15 wake up, 70 grams of protein.
Not bad.
That's a hard one. That's a hard one for this. Yeah. Coffee at home, so I don't buy coffee out.
I got,
Smart.
you know what? I'm going to do it again right now. I keep reminding my wife to give you the recipe for the thing because that chia pudding will get you to your protein goals.
Yeah, please send it to me. I've been eating cottage cheese for breakfast, and that's a lot of protein, but a lot of dairy.
All right. So, new quarter, new habit tracker. Love to hear it.
That's it. It's April. It's the birth month. I like a nice reset on a birthday.
Birth.
Couple days.
Yeah, that's right.
It's fucking so nice outside right now. There's definitely somebody getting pregnant at this moment.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is the weather for like fornicating.
An afternoon
Yeah.
jam.
This is when the Scorpios are being born. The Scorpios and the Sagittarius.
Yeah.
You're a Scorpio now, right?
No, I'm an Aries. I'm saying if you're conceiving
Right
at
now?
this moment, you're making the later year
Ah.
babies.
Interesting.
Yeah, sometimes we might have talked about that on one of these shows. I think it was the lunchroom actually. Like you ever think about like 9 months back from your birthday, what was going on? Like was it Dad's birthday? Was it Happy New Year? What was going on?
Whoa.
I know.
It's kind of
4th
gross.
of Juloons.
Oh yeah, the fireworks, right?
Yeah, they said patriotism.
They
Have a
named you
bag.
fucking Martha Washington.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah,
Interesting stuff.
that's weird.
Yeah, it's something weird that I was talking about with my mom the other day. So I am turning the age that my mom was when she had me.
Ooh.
And she was like, that's a very weird, because I'm the
Yeah.
oldest. So like, that's a weird phenomenon as a parent, is like, now I have a kid who was my age when I had said kid. And like, I'm nowhere near having a kid.
And
So it's just weird times,
Mercury might be in retrograde at the same time.
probably.
I was thinking
I
about
don't even know
that.
what that means.
So I was at the like the rehab center that my mom is in, it's also a nursing home, so the people that are there all the time. And somebody was 83, like it was, or the woman was telling me that she was 83 years old, the woman who's there. And my mom is 63. So I thought about the fact that that woman is 20 years older than my mom, and she's there. And then my mom's not going to stay there, but, like she's 20 years older. I will be 63 at the time that my mom is 83.
Oh.
That's fucking crazy.
That's really weird.
That's insane to think about.
My dad is like 30-something years older than me.
Cool.
It's weird.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, it's the thinking about like,
Death.
older people and like what they were like at your age is it just blows my mind sometimes. Were they drinking kava back then?
No, they were drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes.
They were drinking fucking Tab.
Yeah, Tab. That's amazing.
You know what Tab is?
No.
It's like a diet soda.
Oh, it's like Dr. Pepper before Dr. Pepper.
Is it? I thought it was just diet soda.
It might be diet, but I feel like it's Dr. Pepperish. My son fucking went to the supermarket with my wife the other day, came back with like fucking 3 dozen Poppy cases. And he's like, yeah, man, this is the new soda. This is the weekday soda. So that because we talk a lot about like healthy stuff. And he's like,
I mean, 3 cases, you're pushing the limits of healthy.
No, I mean,
and I was dying because I'm like, Jesse doesn't even know that that's like $35 of soda that you sent me in the picture.
Well, all right. So this is the same kid who we're going to New York City for his 10th birthday is in 2 weeks. And we're going to the city for a couple days. And he's like, Dad, like, I'm sure we're going to find some stuff to do, but all I know is that like we're going to have to blow a couple grand at restaurants. And he said it just like that. Blow a couple grand. So all
right, maybe work on that. Maybe just tone that down at age 10.
Yeah, how about a Lego set?
That's take it easy.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a Viola, so there's a gene in there for excess and extraness. We gotta work on it, We gotta temper it.
What's his favorite flavor of Poppy?
He was drinking the like the Dr. Pepper one. It's called like Dr. Pop or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Pop,
he liked that one. I like the one that you told me about, the strawberry lemon.
Mm-hmm.
I also tried the cherry limeade, which was okay, not as good.
They just came out with lemon lime.
Saw that.
Brand new.
Interesting.
There's so many things out there that you could buy.
Yeah, there is.
There's so many brands and so many like how does something catch on like that? Like those 2 soda brands. What happened? How did it happen?
I don't know, but it's so great.
And Olipop, I think Olipop might like better than Poppy.
I might have to agree with you, but I do have a Poppy sweatsuit that I won in their giveaway in transit to me. So I'm kind of biased.
So you're part of the team now?
Sweatsuit.
She's a brand ambassador.
Wow.
I might be.
Can you wear it on one of these shows?
What does it look like?
Yeah. It is a neon pink full sweatsuit.
Are you going to fucking take a pic and like post that up?
I am going to be so obnoxious with this damn sweatsuit on. I don't even think you understand. There were almost 20,000 comments and I won Mood Board Mag. And they gave one to my best friend Liv because I tagged her in the giveaway. So now the 2 of us are just fucking trotting around in these hot pink sweatsuits.
So you're the only person that won out of the whole thing?
I think 10.
Okay, no, they did. They won. 20 people won.
All right,
However, that's still a great ratio. I'm not a math girl, but I know those odds are not great.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you.
20 people. So it was 10 people, and then the person that they commented.
Correct.
Oh, that's cool.
Imagine I tagged you in it, John.
Thank
the 2 of us just have hot pink sweatsuits.
Yeah, you guys got a 3X Poppy sweatsuit.
It's literally the whole thing's pink. I'm so excited.
I like sweatsuits. Sweatsuits are cool.
Is it like zip up?
No.
No, zip up's the only ones that aren't cool.
It's pullover.
Yeah, no hood. Crew neck.
Crew neck.
It's kind of like
with the pants, sweatpants that cinch at the bottom.
Wow.
When you say cinch at the bottom, you mean like...
Yeah, like, what do you call that?
Like not a wide leg sweatpant. Yeah, not a jogger.
Not
like
a
classic
jogger.
sweatpant. A sweatpant.
Yeah, regular sweatpant.
Yeah.
Nanny sweats.
Sweatpant or
You guys
sweatpants?
just wait until I have that
No,
thing on
wide
my
leg
body.
sweatpants are a no-go. Like, people trying to bring that back, gotta send it back to where it came from.
Sweatpant is a no-go for me.
Sweatpant.
A nice sweatpant's nice. Like joggers, a nice pair of joggers is nice. No?
No,
Yeah, you've never been that guy.
can't do it.
You only do gents?
Only. Or, pant.
But I won't, like, I'm like very rare. Like, to me, like, sweatpants are for the gym. Sweatpants are for like Sundays in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Sweatpants are to sleep in. Sweatpants are not like Monday.
You sleep in a sweatpant?
Yeah, if it's cold.
Interesting.
I see like a man out. This is going to be very judgy, and I don't mean it to be.
Do it. He's being fucking
Well,
judgy.
like,
Just let your
I
judgment
see a
fly.
man out in public in a sweatpant, and I'm like, give me your card back. Like, don't do that. Just don't do it.
A pair of sweatpants and like
So-
sweatpants and a pair of Hey Dudes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, don't come for Dennis McCarthy's brand.
No,
That
Dennis
man loves a sweatpant. And
Dennis
a-
McCarthy is impervious to these comments because he's a fucking player. He's a king.
Yeah.
He gets a pass.
So, John, you're telling me Sunday you're running to get a poppy at the store. You're in jeans always.
Yeah, always.
Or are you in a short?
Yeah, shorts
Ever?
sometimes, but just not
Like
sweatpants.
athletic shorts?
Maybe. Yeah, sometimes. But I don't know. It's just sweatpants is a bad connotation to me. It's like, I don't know. I feel like people that wear sweatpants are smelly also a little bit.
I know what you mean by
You
that.
know?
I know what you mean by that. Like, I don't like, you're not wrong, but I do like a nice pair of sweatpants.
Yeah, it is.
It's got to be done right.
Everybody likes different things.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Different strokes for different folks.
I don't really like shorts too much.
See, that's one I'm a big fan of.
Like, I like shorts for working out at the gym. I like shorts if you're going swimming. But I don't like the same thing, like going out in shorts. Very rarely do I do that.
I like the look of shorts if you have like the right type of leg with shoes.
Yeah. I know what you
You
mean.
know, like it just looks good. It's like slimming almost.
Mm.
You know.
I like a short on a man. A short with a bare leg with no socks. and
Yeah,
shoes.
that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to see your socks.
No, you can't. But that's a thing too. The kids these days, they do. I know.
See, it depends. It depends. Like athletic short, like you going to the gym, I like the socks. I like
Well, no, I agree, but I'm talking like we're going to dinner.
Yeah, see
I don't
me,
want to see any socks.
to me, like shorts at dinner,
Those are wet.
absolute no go. I can't do it. I
Not
can't.
in a beachy vibe.
No. Can't
Well, if
do
you're going to blow a couple grand, different story.
it. I'll blow a couple grand in my bathing suit. But
Yeah, there's a line. There's like a line of restaurants where it's like you can't wear shorts.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a girl. I wouldn't be wearing shorts at dinner either way.
Shorts on girls is weird too.
Like you
I
hate,
hate
like you
shorts.
don't like jean shorts on girls?
No,
I mean, it
There is,
depends.
I would argue
Depends what
that
kind
is
of bottom
the
we're rocking.
worst
I prefer
thing
no
to
pants on
buy
girls.
as a girl.
Jean shorts?
No pants, did you just say?
Yeah, I prefer bottomless actually. Wait, say
Yeah.
that again.
Jean shorts as a woman are the worst
Why?
thing to purchase. Horrendous. To find the right length, to find the right, you have to fit your waist, your
Oh.
legs. You know, it's tricky.
I mean, but if you got a good pair of jean shorts and you're fucking rocking a fatty banger on you, it's good. There are people out there that are
Yeah.
appreciating that.
I think there's
That's
like,
great for them.
what about like the cut off shorts with the pockets hanging out the bottom as a girl? Kind of sexy,
Definitely.
you know.
Uh-huh.
Oh, girls, man.
And flip flops with feet. You know?
I don't like flip.
I hate a flip flop. I hate it.
I don't like flip flops either. Don't like them.
I don't mind them. Don't mind them.
I acknowledge the utility of them and how they're comfortable and they get the job done. I don't like the way that they look.
You just got to know what works for you, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
No,
just
the
keep
truth
going.
is
You gotta
you
wear
got.
where you feel comfortable.
Truth is you got to not
in.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
Confidence. That's what looks good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that was so sweet.
Yeah. What else is going on? You all right?
Yeah. Great, actually.
What are you drinking? Is that water in your cup?
Yeah, some form of. Oh, I haven't even taken a sip yet.
Is
Look
it
at
weed
this.
water?
Yeah, it was the last one. Sorry. I asked you if you wanted to split half of it with me, and you didn't answer, and then I just drank the whole thing.
You asked me that in your mind?
No, I said it out loud, and you didn't respond. Then I was like, oh, I guess he doesn't want it.
I had a conversation with you in my brain.
He's like, hey, does he want any? Oh, nope, guess he didn't answer.
I was like, yeah, there's one weed water. And he was
No, but I didn't. I got to go to soccer practice tonight, so I'm fucking...
Okay, how's that going? How's that journey?
It's going. It's kind of weird. I always feel really uncomfortable. Like, I don't feel like I belong.
confidence.
Yeah, but I mean, my confidence is there all the time.
Except for when you're a parent.
Yeah, there's just like certain situations like where like I'm not like, because I know this is gonna sound dicky, but like, you know, I feel like I'm a student of the human condition, and like and I can just see things coming from a mile away, and like I know how people get, and they all of a sudden like start talking about shit and like going to places that you don't want to go. It's like, I'm here, I want to watch my son play soccer, I want him to do good. I don't want to talk about politics with you. I don't want to talk about why the price of things are too high. I don't want to, talk about, who's doing what in their backyard this summer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that.
Mm.
And like, you get hit with a lot of that kind of stuff, People start hitting you with all kinds of like, and I don't want to do that. I want to do it.
Something I realized that's like a middle ground that you could go for is like, I'm always very interested in what people do for a living.
Mm.
You know? Like, I don't want to talk about the family thing, like you said, or like, all that material shit. But like, I find like myself asking a lot of like genuine questions about what people do for a living, regardless of what it is.
So you're a business networker is what you're telling me.
Oh, I'm interested. I want to know. What are you doing? What do you,
Do you enjoy it? How'd you get there?
How are you transacting? How many years you've been hiding in the bathroom at fucking, JP Morgan, something like that.
You guys have a lead generation strategy. You leverage LinkedIn or not?
No.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
That's where I'm at.
Slow play.
All the time. Yeah, so it's been a thing, It's been a thing.
Do you know the soccer rules now?
A little bit,
What's his position?
I'm getting there. He's been playing center mid.
See, I don't know anything about it. I mean, I know the general sport, but
it's too early. He doesn't really it's his first year. Like, last year he played like on an intramural team. This year he's on the travel team, and like the travel team is pretty serious. There's like a bunch of like kids who have like their parents gave them a soccer ball when they were born, like some Salvadorian kids too. Like they their team sports are revolution and soccer, and like that's what they do. And they're like, and he's not at that level, but he's fast and he runs and he's into it, and
at that age too, it's also like you're just trying to. It's almost more discipline than anything else.
Yeah, but and this is another thing that I knew that I was getting into that I'm afraid of, and I'm sure a lot of people will get mad at me about this, is the level of seriousness that the parents and the coaches and everybody are taking this, like with 7 and 8 year olds.
Yeah,
to me is wild. Like it's outside of the realm of things that like I mean I'm all for like. Really funny situation to where like, and I had just drank a weed water and I was not in the right spirits. But like this little tiny Spanish guy, he's talking to me in Spanish and he's like, and this guy's like 4'7".
Maradona?
Yeah. And he was like, I used to play soccer and my brother-in-law is on the fucking Red Bulls. And like, he's just talking, he's talking a mile a minute. And he's like, I just want to let you know that, if I have to yell at your son, I'm going to yell at your son. And I'm like,
he's the coach?
No, he's just a dad. And
it's fucking crazy.
And I'm, in my mind, I'm like, all right, okay. And I said to him, sure, if you got to yell at him, as long as it's for something that fucking, as long as it's something that I'd yell at him for, I'm good with it. And
I think that's okay, like from a coaching standpoint, or from like, but like, what is he going to yell at him about?
Well,
that's really the thing.
But it's just a funny way, like how he like brought it. You know what I mean? Like funny way how he like got into the conversation, and he was very like, I tell all the dads, like fucking like this fucking Mighty Mouse over here, who's fucking letting everybody know, and I'm just like, I'm going with the flow, because what am I going to say? You know what I mean? And it's just interesting how like intense.
Yeah,
these people are
over
it. And my thing is like, I never played fucking team sports. I never did any of that shit. My thing is like, I just want them to develop a skill set, to develop some grit, so that they, know how to fucking deal with adversity, be physical. I don't care about anything
Work
else.
with other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Follow
healthy
directions.
balance to it because I'm also not the participation award person.
No.
Like, you got to learn some shit. So
Yeah.
it's like finding the middle ground.
You just better be careful when he yells at my son because, I'm violent.
The most important thing too at that age is like you say you want to do it, you start, you're gonna finish. That's it.
Yes.
My brother, him and his kid are like big into lacrosse, and he's like, it's amazing. We'll start off the season with like 16 kids. We lose 4 week 2. We lose like another 5 throughout the year, and I'm like, how could you do that? Like you're setting such a bad precedent there. You gotta finish.
Yeah, it's learning to show up for yourself, for other people.
Finish what you start.
Discipline.
Well, there's a whole level of like how like the teams, the coaches, like what I think there's not a lot of. I think you probably have some like people that are like really good at it, and like you see a kid who's not immediately athletic, and they deprioritize those kids. Yeah. And there's a lot of those kids who probably can be taught and trained how to be better.
Yeah.
But they're not given the chance because the coaches want to build teams that are going to win.
Sure.
And they're like, they're living vicariously their dream of like, making it to the fucking, to whatever sport they played when they were in fucking college.
Yeah.
And like they're trying to create this like hyper competitive, and I feel like a lot of kids don't get the attention that they need in order to, because like,
no, especially if there's like one coach too.
Yeah.
And all those kids,
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. And the reality is that, all you guys are going to have to go get a fucking job anyway. So fucking have some fun with this thing.
Yeah. It's about fun, oranges, orange slices, Gatorades.
Orange slices?
Yeah,
used to
that's
be the
when you're
thing.
the soccer mom.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. See, I mean, I'm so far out of this world. It's not even. I'm so far out.
Yeah, the game's over. Who's having orange slices and Gatorade at the end of the game every single time?
I'll be good at that. I'm not Sporty Spice, but I could do that.
You can handle the orange slices in the poppy jumpsuit.
Correct.
Yeah, it's like they do. Like at this age too, they're trying to shake out like the stratification of who's part of the travel team.
Yeah,
those are the best of the best, and it's like it's too much.
It is.
Too much.
It's who knows what I am pretty at this point. Like I finished it, and it's a strong recommendation, and I think you both would like it. 3 Body Problem on Netflix. It's the creators of Game of Thrones, the 2 guys that created Game of Thrones, the showrunners. It's a whole bunch of actors that are from Game of Thrones, and it's fucking amazing. And the same guy who did the music is the guy who does the music for it.
What is it about?
It starts off like in 1966 in China, and this woman who's a physicist figures out how to communicate with an alien species that's like out there in the fucking galaxy. And then it fast forwards into modern day, and they have the technology that they've used. And then it's like these 5 physicists who are like younger, and they're all graduated from Oxford in England, and like they're all caught up in like this web, and it's next level. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I haven't heard a single thing about that, so that's cool.
3 Body Problem.
It's on Netflix.
It's
right?
on Netflix. It's fucking dope.
I saw it.
I'm gonna try to convince him to watch an episode.
Big. What? Big.
Okay, weed water.
No, I didn't drink any.
Big time.
I know you didn't.
I'm just
You
naturally.
didn't get invited. You weren't asked, actually.
No, I did ask. Just didn't hear me.
I'm kidding.
Woo!
Now we got to re-up.
On the weed waters?
I'm thinking about maybe stopping the weed because it doesn't relax me. It just fucking cranks me up and then gets me paranoid.
You're off the substances.
Yeah, I think I've gotten substantially better at drinking alcohol. I think I've like finally matured, and I can do it better than I've been able to do it. Like I can, I've gotten better at like sipping it slow over longer periods of time. And then obviously, you can't. I think it's all about environment too. Like when you're in a situation to be like, all right, let's go out to drink just for this. You know what I mean? Like the whole, let's meet up with people you haven't seen in 20 years and fucking at a bar. Like, you're destined for trouble in that scenario.
Yeah, it's bad news.
But going out to dinner, having a few drinks, or like having a few drinks in my house and smoking a cigar, like I can do that. It's enjoyable. It's good. It's all it needs to be.
That's it. You got.
And it really affects how you feel the next day.
Without
if I have 2 cocktails in a good setting, go to bed at a good hour.
Yeah, you're good.
It's like the best thing ever.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, it's not that bad.
Yep.
You got to figure out what works for you.
That's right.
Yeah, but it's like getting high is great, but it's very contextual. I think because drinking alcohol is getting high. It's the same fucking thing. I love getting high. Love it more than anything. But it's very contextual.
Well, it's the same exact thing as what you just said.
Yeah.
It's like, the setting and which setting works for you.
Yep.
Could be all day, all the time, if you will, if you're into it. And you just got to fucking keep moving.
No, I mean, the best kind is like when you strap into the rocket and you go fucking to outer space, But I
don't know that I would agree with that. I actually think it's the opposite of that. Because that part is where the real paranoia sets in. It's the same thing as getting really fucked up on alcohol.
Tipsy is the best.
If you can just, stay at a level
55 mph
for a long period of time, that's
relaxed.
The best. Yeah.
I've just never really experienced a lot of that in my life.
It's the same thing as what you just said, though. It's the same thing.
But you're getting better at that, so that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2.5 milligrams is the number.
I think 2.5 might be my jam.
I think they have those too.
2.5 might be my jam because the 5 hits me hard. It hits me hard.
People are different too, and like people I talk to, they're like, "Oh my god, it's nothing," Like I do 25 or I do 50, and I'm like, 50? Like you're out of commission for days.
50, I would die. I wouldn't make it back. I wouldn't make it back from 50.
We should try it.
I'd probably like jump off the bridge.
We should try.
Yeah,
like,
do it on 420.
I would evaporate and go join the aliens at 50. Yeah, no.
Any summer, like, I don't know what the term is, resolutions? Like, I want to do this summer. I want to be this summer. Something I've always thought about is like being a biker.
What?
Like riding a bike.
A motorcycle or a bike?
No, a bike, like a regular bike.
I could see that for you.
I'm thinking about getting an electric bike. Like I've been thinking about it for a long time.
The only thing that I don't like about the bike community, well, there's 2 things I don't like about the bike scene. The bicyclists. Number 1 is the fucking clothes that they wear.
Yeah, but you don't have. That's not what I mean.
I mean
I'm
just
like
saying.
Casually
leisure
riding around the bike in my sweatpant and
sweatpants is good on a
my
bike.
Sweatpant, my flip flops, riding around on a bike.
Yeah, like so. All right, bicycle clothes, no dice. The second thing that's not good is that when you get real hardcore bicyclists that start getting mad at people that drive cars.
Yeah, well, and like that's not what I'm talking about.
They're like brazenly like putting themselves like in the flow of traffic.
Filipinians?
I think those people are fucking psychopaths.
Yeah.
I think they're fucking psychos.
Yeah, you just
but there's so many trails on Long Island.
Trails, just riding down by the beach and stuff, like by the water. That long ass trail on Ocean Parkway that they did, like doing that a couple of times.
That's gonna be nice. I think you would enjoy it.
I need something.
Riding a bike is beautiful. It's a very nice, enjoyable fucking way to get exercise.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really need anything else, but I need something,
What do you mean?
I mean, I got plenty to do all the time, but I'm just saying, like...
You need something new. You need a little juice.
Yeah.
No, and you need some stuff for fun.
What's that?
Fun?
Yeah. Fun's fun. When it is.
No, I feel like, me personally, I always need to do new shit because I get bored really easy. I always need to...
running.
I always need to do something else.
No, thank you. Running?
Biking is so much better than running because, like, there's like
the impact.
Yeah, running is pure work. Like you can cycle on, no pun intended. You could cycle back. You could toggle back and forth between work and just cruising.
Yeah,
and there's value in just cruising on the bike too.
Totally. But the electric bikes. Has anybody ever ridden an electric bike before?
No,
I had a
they're
motorcycle.
big.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Dense.
Not that much money either. Relatively.
The one,
Like $2,000?
the Super
Rad
58.
Power. That's the one I'm looking at. Yeah, like less than $2,000.
Yeah,
With
I
your
think-
backpack on?
Yeah, new
Yeah, your cool
backpack.
new backpack.
Love it. Took about a
You
year.
love it?
Took about a year to make that decision.
Backpack?
yeah.
Early birthday gift? I
My
love
new
that.
one. Ooh, yeah. I don't know. Summer's here. I feel good. Ready to
It's
go.
pretty crazy. And
What
it's
do you-
already coming up again.
What do you think Kurt's doing right now?
He's probably he's got a matching t-shirt on.
Oh yeah, sucking on a churro.
That's something you'll never catch me dead. If you do, I want you to punch me in the face. I give you full permission to punch me in the face.
What?
You ever see me in a matching Disney t-shirt?
With the
Oh,
rest of your family.
Never. That's something that looks like it would be on brand for me. No offense to Kurt and his family if that is what they're in at this current time. And I did say that I probably thought that they were, so that this is offensive. Shoot me in the head.
I'm
I
gonna
thought-
text him right now.
I thought you were gonna say you'll never catch me dead eating a churro. I'm like, churros are fucking delicious. If
That's
Oh,
done
I
right.
right.
absolutely love a churro.
Yeah,
I'll
churros are
eat
good.
2 churros.
Churro, like a little dip it in Nutella. Get
We
crazy.
went to when we were in Spain. We did like the fancy thick chocolate with the
Oh yeah,
authentic churros.
I'll go to Spain right now. España.
Yeah,
I don't understand why they do that. The lisp. Like, where does that even come from?
Barcelona.
Yeah, like what is that? What is that?
I'm asking
Oh,
Kurt if
that
he's
brings me
wearing
to my
matching
next
shirt.
thing that I want to do this summer: relearn Spanish.
Wow,
Wepa.
Yeah.
that's no real correlation to the fact that it's summertime, though. You know.
Well, it's just like a thing, that I'm working on.
All right.
So
Yeah.
you've begun.
I use that very loosely. Sometimes before we go to bed, we try to talk in Spanish to each other, which would be hysterical to be a fly on the wall to see us 2 white ass idiots talking in Spanish to each other.
Like,
Buenos
seriously?
noches.
Wait, like seriously or like jokingly?
Here's the thing.
How can you
have
be
a
serious?
I have a full bachelor's degree in Espanol.
Did you know that?
No, yeah, I know. I read her resume when we hired her.
I-
Yeah,
and,
Jesse didn't even know. Jesse doesn't know what I did for school.
No, but I mean, like, you can take that seriously, like you two trying to speak
No,
Spanish
but we
before
know
you go to
it's
bed.
funny. We know it's funny, but like I don't speak it. Like I can understand a lot, but gun to my head, talk. I cannot get the words out. I get
Yeah,
so
but
embarrassed.
it's only because you're embarrassed. That's if you
and yeah.
have a degree in it and you studied it and you were dropped off into a country, it would be 2 to 3 months and you'd be fucking going.
Definitely, but I don't have that practice.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you have all this knowledge. just
So you know what you
fucking
got to do
rotting
is
away.
you got to start booking trips to fucking Spanish speaking countries.
Yeah, just quickly hit Madrid again. No,
Well-
but when I was there, they looked at me and they were like, "This chick is American," and then they would talk to me in English.
Well, Spain is
They'd be like,
different.
"No,
You-
hola."
you got to go to Latin America. It's a different vibe.
But what's like with the different languages inside of the Spanish language? That's difficult to me.
What do you
What is
mean?
it?
Like, it's
Catalan?
not always like the same, right?
No, it's more dialect than it is language.
Yeah, I just got to get the root, like the bones again. You know, a little Duolingo.
Yeah.
I think if you have the opportunity to learn and use another language, I think it's one of the
I just feel it depreciating from
It's a
my
good
brain,
thing.
and I don't like that.
I feel like there's like meetups and shit that you could go to. You know, with people of like the same.
like in Boston, like the Spanish Club.
Yeah, like there's probably
Hi.
like happy hours, like
Hola,
ESL,
yo soy Megan. ¿Cómo
That we can
estás
only speak in
usted?
Spanish.
EFL.
Yeah.
Inversely, my brother-in-law is going to an English class at the fucking library tonight.
Wow.
Nice.
He should teach me, and I could teach him English.
Interesting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Zoom.
Get on there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you could also teach you how to change an oil pan on a fucking 1989 tractor trailer.
He'll teach you a lot of stuff.
Probably.
He's a pirate.
Maybe
Another
that's
thing
not
that's new on. Remember, what did you just say?
Nothing.
nothing. What were you gonna say?
Keep going. Carry on.
Remember the Wordle?
Yeah.
That came and went
Okay,
quick.
I'm back on it. I'm
All
back
right.
on Wordle and all the little mini New York Times games to ease into my morning.
That's cool.
cute.
So,
That's cool. Crossword
and
puzzle.
yeah, yes.
You guys are definitely those kind of people.
I used to do
They're
it
so hard.
all the time, though.
They're so hard.
They
but I
say
feel like I'm
really smart
learning.
people do crossword puzzles.
Yes.
It's difficult. It is. And, it gets harder throughout the week and everything. And,
Yeah.
it's hard.
They have a mini, though, every day on
Like
the
on
New
it-
York Times thing, which
like-
is good.
like
But
on
I
the website?
actually feel like I'm learning.
Like on the website or like an app?
Yeah, it's like the Wordle, and then there's this other game, Connections, and then there's the mini. It's called the mini, and every day they have a new mini crossword.
Oh, that's
Mm.
cool.
It's like 5x5 or something. It's cute.
That's cool.
Cute.
Yeah, you
Yes,
gotta
that's a
you
great
gotta
thought.
use that brain. You
Gotta.
gotta exercise it a
Wow,
little.
I'm trying to use the different parts of my brain.
Take it for a walk.
Learn to play a musical instrument. Spanish might be easier.
Yeah, probably.
I think there's a lot of new tools to learn an instrument that make it easy.
Well, that thing that I have back there, the MPC, that's for anybody could use that. All you have to have is just to be able to count and force. Just to be able to if you can tap a beat on the on your lap, you can use an MPC.
Yeah, but I mean, don't they have all these kinds of new light up pianos that teach you how to do this shit and hooks up to the computer, and it's like playing Guitar Hero. I think there's a lot of that now.
Yeah, but I think what most people get into nowadays, which is a step deeper than that, is what loop architecture is. You get you have a thing to where you press the button and it'll give you a drum beat, right? And the drum beat's going boom, bada boop, and then you fucking record it, and then that's just looping. And then you go to the next button, and the next button will give you some guitar chords, and then you can then there's a few choices, and you can make music that way.
That feels like cheating to me, though.
It's not. It's a. I used to think that until I started getting into it, and it's just another tool for writing, and it's you can be expressive in different ways, because if you
But would you call that an instrument?
definitely it's a digital instrument, but it's a different it's if you write songs and let's just say you only know how to play one instrument, there's you have it's a vocabulary, a person will have a vocabulary and they'll have a certain amount of words in their vocabulary. If you play an instrument, it's the same kind of a thing. There's endless amounts of variations of what you could do, but different people are going to have different levels of what they know.
Yeah.
And so, but when you're making songs, as opposed to just, hey, I can play this instrument and I play it really well, it's a very different thing.
Yeah.
So the digital stuff gives you the ability to play with colors that you might not have.
It's cool.
It's very cool.
Evolution,
baby.
Evolution of the
Evolution,
music
bro.
world.
Everything's evolving. Everything's evolving.
I would agree.
I'm here for it. I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever's next, whatever's coming.
No other fucking choice. Gotta
Right.
be.
Whatever they want to do, just bring it on. We'll figure it out.
I was about to say something, but I can't say. Fucking definitely not public information. But I was about to just blab it out.
What?
the fucking the Dominican Republic fucking immigration fucking
Yeah,
excursions.
maybe stop it.
Yeah.
Just because this is not being edited by us fully.
It's not.
No.
Oh, we're using Jean Javier.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Good.
Hi guys, if you're seeing this.
Shout out, guys.
What's up, Mags?
But yeah, what else is happening, man? What else is happening? Fucking, Rolex just released new watches yesterday. I was uninterested in any of the releases, which made me feel kind of relieved.
That's cool.
Okay, that's good.
Good for you.
Good.
Proud of you.
John, how's the gym been? Back in the gym grind?
It's been nice. It's amazing how you instantly start to feel better. I mean,
yeah.
soreness and shit, but just instant
Mentally?
tightness,
I think the mental sharpness that it provides, I think your blood's flowing and you just
Yeah.
you sharper.
Yeah, it's going good. It's nice to be back there with Tony and Juan, who's just that guy he's been working out there. I started with Tony, then Tony brought him in. He has not stopped for 2 years now.
How's he looking?
He looks like a completely different person from when he first started out there. And he's so strong. It's unbelievable.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see that type of a transformation, and nothing crazy. If you knew him from when he first started and you saw him now, he doesn't look crazy, but you could tell. he's put the work in, which is cool.
The consistency is a real thing. I think like last year was probably the most consistent year of working out that I've ever had in my life, and I feel like it's a real difference.
You just can't stop.
You can't stop.
If you
Ever.
you know, if you vacation's one thing, that's all one thing, but like if you go too long, multiple weeks, or forget it, a month, like it's so hard to start again. It's almost worth it to not stop, you know?
You know what I think that like I had like a mental shift on, like something that like it was like a real moment in time where like the concept of shifting from having to like be on like when you're in the zone and you're working out, like whatever your target is, like, you know, I mean, if you're working out 5 days a week or 6 days a week or whatever, and like you're hitting it hard and you're pushing it, and like there's definitely a personality style that lends itself to that's what you think you're supposed to be doing. But I feel like with working out, like there was a moment in time, and I think it had a lot to do with having the shoulder surgery and then meeting Nick the Tooth and having conversations about this, to where like go to the gym and just fucking lay there and foam roll, or like just stretch, or just like do one exercise, walk. Like even like the 20-minute walk, incline walks. Like I've gotten so much better at exercising like that, to where like I just check the box. And I was never.
That's what adds up.
I was never a person like that in my whole life. Like I've had a hard time, but I think something about the shoulder surgery and then my conversations with him and his approach to it, it kind of like a switch turned, and I feel like it's made a tremendous difference. Tremendous difference.
Yeah. People need different things at different times too, I think. You know, it's just got to keep listening to yourself on every day, you know, like that's what some study I was reading about, how like all the watches and things, and they're predicting of you being ready to have a good workout that day based off of, you know, your heart rate and whatever that other thing is that they're always talking about. But it's like the study was that basically they had all of those things, but then they also had some system of just, you know, 1, I'm ready, 2, I'm okay, 3, I don't want to do this, and they scored them. And like that was more of a predictive system of like how well the workout was going to be. And then they would like, you know, test them afterwards of muscle growth and all this other shit. And like that was more of a system than the other one, and where there was like science behind it or technology. Yeah. It's like, you know what you have or you don't have when you go in there, and you got to push it a little bit more than what you think you could do. You know, I think that's
you usually can always do a little bit more.
Always.
And my thing is the 10-minute rule that everyone says. Like if you don't want to do it, get there, go for 10 minutes, and then you can tell yourself you can leave. You're rarely going to leave.
So true.
After 10 minutes.
That's so true. You just have to get started, you know, and that's it. It's interesting. It's really cool. That's David Goggins' thing. He's like, when you feel like you're, you know, like when you can't do any more, you're really only at 40% of what you could do.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, Gay said, I was editing the podcast today, and Gay said it last week, that, you know, the days that you don't want to do are probably the most important days, because it proves to you that you actually can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gay just brought in a 350-pound, 6'5" guy to train with us in the danger room.
Nice. Who's going to go up against him?
Oh, yeah, I have no idea. He's going to be there tomorrow morning. He's an actor. I think he's on like Law and Order or something like that. And this guy looks like fucking. I'll show you. He looks like.
He could kill me.
I showed you already.
Yeah, show me.
Yeah, no, like if he fell on top of you, you would die.
Yeah.
You think he's got a giant wiener?
Oh my god.
Definitely has a giant wiener.
Ew. Stop that. Sorry, Mags.
That's what. But that shit is like, that is the most motivating shit. You know, like Rogan and somebody were talking about it the other day, and he's like, that's really all it is. It's just you versus you. You know, like you can't let that shitty version of yourself win all the time.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. It's like, I don't want to get up, you know, I want to go back to bed after I go downstairs and turn my alarm off. Don't listen to that person.
But you know what, though, at the same time, like that, like, I guess it's the same thing. It's just all like differing perspectives. Like, I feel as though like I'm pretty dialed in, and I've gotten over the hump of like I no longer have the like there's no part of me that's afraid of like falling off.
No.
Like now it's more about just staying with it and being okay with it not like now like the work for me I think right now is more be okay with the fact that it's not always going to be fucking turbojets and like a 20-minute fucking incline walk on the treadmill is just as good of a workout as, you know, the best workout. Like I'm more like in that place.
But you can't settle into that. Like you have to challenge yourself.
No, yeah, but I don't think but I do, and I don't think I mean I think jujitsu alone is fucking covers a substantial amount of the push yourself quotient. And I use I did the I stopped using all the trackers. Except I have when I go to like the gym, like when I'm doing anything that's non-jujitsu related, I use the Apple Watch and I try to hit that 500 active calories. Like that's kind of what I use. Somewhere between 350 and 500, and then I feel like okay, I did a decent job.
Yeah, it's a science experiment.
I think so.
But when you don't want to go and you go, like there's nothing that feels better than that to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good feeling. Just getting in the routine is like, that's really so important. It's all life really is. It's just routine, you know? Like if you could just have a system, you're good, you know? But it evolves, like you're saying. It's like, you know, you say like, I don't want to not go back to bed, but who cares? It's just part of your life.
I was just going to say that.
That's what it is. Stop fighting it, embrace it, and then, you know, make sure you're doing what you got to do after that.
Figure out what the adjustment is.
That's it.
Yeah, and what makes you feel good.
Little adjustments.
You said this like probably 2 years ago, John, and I like that life for you, just figuring out like how to feel the best you can for the most amount of time. It is. And I love that.
It's really
all
it is.
You're not a person that gets up at 5 a.m. Like, don't force it because that's not going to make you feel good.
Yeah.
You know, like this, Mike hates working out in the morning. I am dragging him to an early yoga class on my birthday because he told me that's the only time he'll try it. But you don't force it because it's going to be shitty and you're just going to be unhappy the rest of the day.
Yeah, but you got to, and you can't, there's so much noise out there too. You got to just turn it into what works for you, you know? Yeah. But you got to test it too. Like you got to test it like, you know, and more than just like I went to the gym one morning and I didn't like it, you know? Because I think there's value in doing that too. And like for a little while doing some things that you don't necessarily like, especially in the gym, you know? Where it's like, I don't want to run on the treadmill. Fucking do it then, you know? Like and see. Yeah. If you can do it, you know?
It's got a lot to do with like who you are, what you do, how you approach the world. I think, you know, people like us, like we're trying to do so many things, trying to be productive in so many categories. So that lends itself to, okay, get a good workout in first thing, set the tone for the day. Whereas like not everybody's doing that. Not everybody is living a life like that. And so that system just works differently. Yeah. And it's like, you know,
some people look forward to it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Which is so like I would prefer to do it in the morning, but like he's like that's his de-stress at the end of the work.
Yeah.
It's great too. You know, depending what stage of life.
Whatever works. Whatever fucking works for you.
End of the day, people are fucking psychotic.
I have been getting down on fucking like a Peloton ride at my house, like at the end of the day, and that has saved me from a couple like fucking mentee bees, as Megan would say.
A quick 20 with the Peloton is nice.
A quick 20 on the Peloton is you should get a Peloton. Talk about a bike
space for it.
Peloton.
The thing that I want to insert in the middle of the day is the cold plunge.
Yeah, that's nice too.
Because the energy that gives you for the rest of the day. Like I'm trying to find a way to hack that in. Yeah, it's coming, but I feel like I'm not going to use it that much.
No, but he's what do you call it? He's got a whole fucking project. He's hollowing out that he's cleaning out that whole fucking. We got to
find a pool guy though. We got to find somebody to clean it. That's going to be the problem.
Or just teach Alexa how to do it.
No.
If we buy all the shit and say this is what you got to do.
Nah.
You and Michael had the same problem. I just ask people, hey, will you do this for me?
No, I'm not afraid to ask her. I just don't think that she's the person to do it. You know.
Well,
like you're talking about draining out water every week.
It's once a week?
At least.
Yeah?
You know, at least once a week.
I need to hear from the fucking guy that you know.
Yeah, we should bring him in. Actually, I should get him on here. He'd be a good person.
There you go.
He's a Marine.
That would be cool.
Massage therapist.
And then you like the sauna. for your wind down.
Yeah, it's just like I've got to find a way. Really, that whole ideal week thing is a real important thing. Like, evolving that for yourself, like what that looks like and putting those things in there. It's just hard,
Yeah,
but
like
I
what would
think
be your
for
ideal
fucking
work hours if you had the choice?
For me,
Yeah, I'll tell you mine, but your guys aren't gonna like them.
7 to 12.
Yeah,
That would be
I was
it.
gonna say like 9 to 3,
Why would we not like that?
because it cuts out some hours of said work day.
When?
8 to 9 and 3 to 4.
Yeah, but who cares?
Yeah, but I
you're right.
kind of feel like that's probably what your workday relatively is like.
Alrighty. No, I wish. But the morning is nice. But you like 7 to 12, like you can't really work out before that, I feel.
I mean, I do now.
I mean, I guess you could if you wake up at.
I think I'm getting there though. Like, the 6, what I struggle with is like the long times in the gym. I don't like that. I want to get in there. I want to fucking rip myself in half and then get out of there,
Like 40 minutes.
Yeah, like once it starts going past an hour, I start freaking out.
I like
That's
that.
a long time.
I like to take my time.
I don't like it.
I like to take my time for sure.
But you probably stretch, and that's important.
I do stretch.
You got to get that heart rate going.
But you know what, though? I think that when you talk about ideal life, and you guys are not going to like what I'm going to say, I bet. But, like, if you're making the choice to live an entrepreneurial lifestyle in growth mode, I think you're making a choice for a period of your life. Not forever, because obviously if you do it right and you do it good, you'll ultimately earn a substantial amount of more choice than other people will have. But I think that there's like a level of like, if that's what you're choosing, you are choosing to not be able to dial into a routine that's completely exact and fucking. I think so.
I disagree with that. I really disagree.
Well, I mean,
with that. Because it's like, and it's not all or nothing. It's like, here's the things that I know that I need throughout my day to be the best version of myself. And how can I then insert those things in there?
No, I think having a plan is powerful and necessary. But I think being able to adjust and not have it fucking like fuck you up too much
no.
is necessary.
No, it can't be that. But there's also like, I am extremely aware of when I can do the best things that I need to do. Like I know. And then I know at another point in the day where it's like, no chance, like don't even force it. It's not going to happen. Wait till the next time. And that's it. Because you only do so many things in a day anyway.
Yeah, it's with anything. Like you just said about the Peloton thing. Like you show up probably better when you go home for the night, if you could squeeze in that quick 20-minute
Definitely
workout to expend some energy. It's the same exact thing. Like
100,
what are the
100%.
things that you can build into your day to show up better in the different pockets of your life?
Yeah, but that's true though. The truth is that like,
it's never gonna be perfect. That's anything. That's
the more you do all of these things, the more you understand like when they're the best times for you to happen. But also, you can't be a fucking lunatic and be like, I can't do this at this time or this at that time. But like,
it's not, everything doesn't align.
If the majority of the time you're living inside of that, hey, this is what I think my ideal week is because it makes me happy. I feel good, and I'm also putting out good work, and I'm spending the time with my family, and I'm working on myself. That's it. That's the fucking game,
Yeah.
True.
That's the game.
What's it all about?
What's it all about, man?
Don't
This is
fucking
like a
feeling good.
motivational episode, no?
Being happy all the time. Feeling good, being happy.
Who was talking recently? Somebody was saying like the only real point in life is, who was saying this? It was like, don't die. Oh, that guy, fucking Brian Johnson. He was like, that's it. If you boil it all down, like fucking don't die.
Yeah.
Everything else is just conjecture, opinion, and fucking,
It's true.
It's like, don't die. That's the point of humanity.
It's true.
Avoid death for as long as possible.
Yeah, it's true.
And then I guess if you add as a complementary piece to that to enjoy your time.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't be stressed about not dying.
Yeah.
That'll kill you too.
Enjoy your time as much as you possibly can. Like, what else is there,
So something I've been getting interested in is volunteering.
Oh.
For two reasons. A selfish reason of like, I think that anytime you neglect your health for any amount of time, just go spend a couple of days like volunteering in a hospital or something like that. There's
eye-opening.
people that are in such bad positions because of the neglect of their own health. And it's like, don't do that. Don't let that happen to you. You know, things are going to happen. It is what it is. But like, you got to try to do your best to keep yourself out of that situation. It's bad.
Yeah, it's not good.
Also, seeing things like that, like the gratitude component. This is like so
Feels good.
But like it feels good, but also like the shit that we take for granted and like the stuff that I get caught up in.
Yeah.
Like not to say that's not valid, because it is in my little box of a world, but like doesn't really matter.
No.
You know, and like that, it's eye opening.
It's all about poppy sweatsuits.
True that.
You guys know who
Exactly.
You guys know who Ram Dass is?
Oh yeah.
No.
So he's got a line that says the most important relationship that you're ever going to have in your life is the relationship that you have with yourself. Like the dialogue, like your internal dialogue with yourself is really the only real thing that, you know what I mean? Like the way you feel about how you're moving through the world is the only thing that you should really be concerned with.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it never stops. You're always with yourself.
You're always with yourself. It's the only relationship that you truly, truly can invest and build upon. And I think
control.
we're so motivated by external validation. You know, whether we want to admit it or not, whether we're aware of it or not, so much of what we do. Like that thing that Seth Godin says, like people like us do things like this, or people like us don't do things like this. Like it's so much of how we move through this fucking life.
Yeah.
And I think trying to work on that is a thing.
You know, what's a pretty cool dude is that not a dude. I feel like I shouldn't call him a dude. Some reason, like an old episode of Rogan popped up, and I got real excited because I thought it was a new one.
Whoa.
But it was that guy Naval Ravikant,
Oh yeah, he's good.
and like it was like episode 1600 or something. But I thought, I don't know, my brain for some reason it was like a new one, and I got excited. And then I'm listening to it, and I'm realizing that it's an old one, and I'm realizing that it's one that I've already listened to.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah, he's intense. A lot of it was about like meditation and how he doesn't believe in the apps and things like that. He's like, you're already setting yourself up for failure when you're using an app to meditate.
I think the apps are a good way in.
He's like, it doesn't matter. He's like, you're missing the point. Like, you don't need someone to do that. Just sit there and listen to yourself. You know, like that's it. You're not supposed to not, like, whatever happens, happens. You know, like you don't need something to ding you back into a mental clarity space. He's like, just listen to what happens. And eventually, if you do it long enough for a long period of time, you'll get there. You know, I thought that was really interesting.
You don't like the apps?
I've tried them, but I do, that kind of like hit me. It's like, you know, the second I feel like I'm doing something wrong, you know, and it's like, I've never really heard anybody ever say it like that, you know, like if you're thinking, just let it think. Eventually, you know, it'll clear up, you know, that's what you're there for.
I thought the apps were a good way to get started.
Yeah. Yeah. It's big money in that shit.
Oh yeah.
Andy, he's killing
In
it.
anything.
Hi, I'm Andy.
Now they have like a Netflix.
It
thing.
always comes back to
I saw
Andy. Whoa.
They have They have like multiple Netflix, the interactive fucking things.
Isn't LeBron like one of the investors in Calm, I think?
I could see that for him.
I don't love LeBron.
I don't love like sports people.
Yeah.
Like, I like the games, but the people themselves find it really hard. You know, you guys are billionaires playing a kid's sport. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's so unrelatable. And like the guy's,
crazy.
you know, he's been a multimillionaire since he's like 17 years old. Pop.
The
Sorry
fuck was
that I
that?
just-
Habit tracker.
Apparently Megan's
Oh, sorry, and that was
apparently
my habit tracker.
Megan's a LeBron fan. She's like, I will not have this fucking. I will not have
Anyway.
this.
Don't talk bad about the king.
No, he's obsessed with LeBron James.
Is he?
He's a sports.
I mean, like he's a fucking God-given, once-in-a-lifetime talent. I mean, there's nothing to argue about there. I just have a hard time with like this guy started playing basketball when he was 17 years old, and he's worth fucking $1 billion, and he's out there like, you know, talking about like fucking political policy and stuff.
Justice warrior. You know?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Have you noticed that this microphone is like slowly going down the whole entire time we've been sitting
I
here?
saw that the whole time.
It's freaking me out.
I have not noticed that.
I thought it was the weed water kicking in.
All right, what's everyone up to tonight?
Soccer practice.
Going over to the
All right.
old nursing home.
How's your mom doing?
Okay.
She's getting better. I think
Alright.
she's hopefully on the mend.
We'll see you in the horizon.
Love that.
Got a big wedding coming up. That's all that matters. Just can we get to the wedding? It's a nice little end game.
All right.
That's the one for your cousin?
Yeah, that's the one where I was like, yeah, I got nothing going on that day.
Which one's that?
That's what I was saying about when we booked that thing on Friday. That's what I have.
I
that
felt
day.
like the fucking blood in your shit fucking like through that message.
Well, I didn't tell you, but I was telling Megan that like I also knew that we took the thing that says like no, you can't change it.
Yeah,
Oh.
completely not refundable. Not because that was the cheapest one.
Right. So I called them up on Friday and, I'm talking to somewhere in fucking, the Far East.
Did you get what do you do?
No. So I called them up on Friday and they're like, and I'm like playing it cool. Meanwhile, in the back of my head, I know that we have the fucking non-refundable, non-changeable one. And I'm like, yeah, just a mistake. And I was blaming Megan. I was like, fucking, she got it wrong. Don't make me fire her, just to try to play it up, whatever. And the guy's like, yeah, sorry, nothing we could do. You locked in. And he's like, I'll leave a number. But then it kind of like triggered in my mind that this guy doesn't really work at the hotel. He's in like a call center somewhere. He's like, I'll leave you. I was like, can I speak to a manager? They're like, yeah, they don't really call back, but I'll try.
Oh,
like,
God.
what
He's
the
giving
fuck?
you Nothing.
Great start.
I know. So, and then the woman called me on Monday and she's like, oh, we're happy to accommodate you in any way we can. Would you like to stay an extra day, maybe? It's crazy.
Perfect. Long
Yes.
Beach. It's gonna be a movie.
It's gonna be a movie.
Okay, you guys, that was a good one.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everyone.